What's up, guys? Best time of the year, Gyropalooza. We just got the announcement a couple minutes ago and I'm about to walk you through it. Let's see what's in the 2025 Gyropalooza. Let's go. Hey guys, Jeremy from Disc Golf Deals USA. If you're like me, you just got the email from MVP about the 2025 Gyropalooza. I'm super excited. This is by far one of the best mystery boxes out there, but the cool thing about MVP's mystery boxes is you get some discs that you know you're gonna get ahead of time. So there is some comfort in that. There's gonna be 4 in the ones you order and then 5 with the brick and mortar. And then you're gonna also get some other gems in there too. Well, let's go dig through the 5 that we definitely know about. All right, so let's go on over to the website, Gyropalooza 2025. Oh, and before I forget, the in-person Gyropalooza is happening, I believe, this week. Only 100 people got to go and they got the golden tickets in last year's box. Well, they're continuing the golden tickets for this year also. So I am super pumped about that. So that's another reason to go ahead and get your Gyropalooza. But let's go ahead and check on the discs that you're guaranteed to get in your box. First off, we have an out of production disc called a particle. Now I've never actually thrown this one before, so this will be kind of interesting. So the numbers on this are 3302.5. Let's look at the profile. All right, so check that out. So it's got a pretty blunt nose with a nice sweeping bottom at the bottom. Looks kind of like a chunkier zone or something. So this will be kind of interesting. If it really is kind of an overstable putter, this is going to be very interesting putter out there. So for the first time ever in a while, we're going to get a Particle Glow Proton Particle. I love the double particles there. Particle Glow, the disc is called the Particle. It's got a nice 2.5 fade. It kicks in and drops right where you want it. That's the type of approach disc that I really love. So this is going to be fun, and I love the throwback artwork there. What a great design. That thing looks super sick. All right, let's go to the second disc, the Wave. Let's go, guys. If you haven't thrown a Wave yet, the Wave is now celebrating its 10th year anniversary. This was like the original trail. Like, you guys know how excited you guys are about trails nowadays, which I love trails. The Wave was kind of like the original trail. It gave us like moderate to slower arm speeds a chance to throw over 300 for the first time. This disc is incredible. Numbers are 11.5, -2.2. And check out this throwback stamp with the electron design on there, which I really love. So this is gonna be super sick. And here's one thing I really like is they're gonna release it in 155 grams all the way up to 175. So I know a lot of you guys out there really like your fission waves. Hopefully you can get one of these Neutron, like 155 grams. Those are gonna be fantastic. They're gonna last a little bit longer than your fissions too. Me, I like a good old 175 gram wave. So if some of you guys out there get a heavy one and I end up getting a light one and you want to work out a trade later, let me know, hit me up. All right, so now we're going from the Wave to the Pyro. All right, now the interesting thing about this Pyro is it's Particle Glow, number 1. First time we've had it in Particle Glow. And number 2, it doesn't have a prism rim. So pretty much all the Pyros we've had lately have the see-through prism rim, which you can kind of see on this one here. I know this is kind of dark, but this is my good old plasma prism skeet design stamp. We had these exclusively at Disc Golf Deals USA. Not sure if we have any more of these over there, but you can check them out. Pyro is great. So we've only had the Pyro in prism except for last year's Halloween Pyro. This was a fission Pyro, and if you check it out, it's got a good old solid neutron rim on it. So this was the first time they released it without a prism rim. Well, now we're getting the second time without a prism rim here on the Particle Glow. And based on these pictures, looks like they got some nice swirls on them too. So I can't wait for that. Numbers on a Pyro are 5, 4, 0, 2.5. And this really is a true 2.5. I mean, they could almost bump it up to 3 and I wouldn't fight them with that because that thing is overstable. Then, this is the one I'm most excited about. The fourth one you get in your box is the Echo. Now, while that's loading, the Echo is one of my all-time favorites. This is a go-to in my bag. Proton Soft Echo. This was from the OTB 2023 drop. Man, we have some of these available at Disc Golf Deals right now, but I might snatch them up. In fact, I just got 3 of them as my backups recently. This is a great mid-range. I can start it nice and flat. It'll give me just a tiny bit of turn and end straight. If you're looking for a good point and shoot, just dead straight mid-range, Echo is the go-to one for me. And I know Silva really loves these too. She uses them for like nice long turnover shots also. Well, let's see what we got. All right, so for the first time ever, we got a plasma Echo. The numbers on the Echo are 5.5, -1.5, 1. I'd say that's very accurate. And what a sick design on this one too. I mean, check that out. It's like a cool, like a 60s space cartoon design, which is, I love that. It's great. So we're getting it in plasma for the first time ever. The Echo, one of my all-time favorite mid-ranges, definitely one of my go-tos. So definitely worth buying the box for that. All right, and then last but not least is the Boost. Now this is only for the brick and mortar store boxes. So you have to go to the store. Each store gets a certain amount. And then if you get one of those brick and mortar ones, you're gonna get the Boost in addition to the ones we've talked about before. So let's look at the Boost. Numbers on a Boost are 9.5, 4, 0, 2.5. Very overstable disc. This is the next Synergy line disc from Eagle McMahon, which is super cool. I love the like yin and yang. What we got, the tiger monkey thing on there, super good. Illustrated by Matthew Jord. Super sick design on there. And like I said, this is only available brick and mortar. So if you want to get one of these, go hit up your brick and mortar stores in your local town or somewhere nearby to get one of those. Then after those 4, if you're ordering them online, or 5 brick and mortar, then what you're gonna get next is 2 R2 discs, which those are the recycled ones, and it's gonna be neutron plastic, and then you're gonna get 5 lab seconds. Now, the lab seconds are where it's really at, because there's some very rare discs that get put in there in the lab seconds. Sometimes you don't know what you have until you kind of go online later and look it up and you go, wow, this is a never released before fission, fill in the blank, whatnot. I ended up getting a fission deflector last year, which was a super rare disc too. So you never know what you're gonna get in those lab seconds. Well guys, I'm super pumped about these. This is definitely the best deal of the year. When you average out what you're getting in the box, it's basically $11 per disc. And these are all brand new. And like I said, you're getting some unreleased discs. Sometimes you're getting some one-of-one discs too. So it's definitely the best deal of the year. So if you're looking to get some of these, you can head on over to Disc Golf Deals right now. We have pre-orders available. This guarantees you're gonna get your box as soon as they get released. So definitely head on over there now and get your pre-orders in. All right, well, let me know which discs you are super pumped about in the Gyropalooza. You can let me know in the comments. All right, guys, till I see you next time, peace out.